Welcome. This is my first video of Chaotica. My name is CJ Kruger. I play on the Novylen server, and this is the first room. When I came to this server, I found the map and I found a place I wanted to live, and I built this sandstone square. This was a later addition. Once you have, in my rule, is as soon as you can, you get a village going. These villagers are vital. They can help you trade for anything that you could want. So this is a village room. This came later. So imagine that room. And then from here, I went the wrong way. So when I started, this was all mesa. Everything you see, I converted from a mesa biome with the things I have gathered. I will give you the basic tour. The vital things are the villagers. So this pathway goes to the other side of the wall with the villagers in it. You can see right here, this is the same room. This blocks them from getting out. They're stuck in there. They don't come here. So I take the villagers out periodically from the breeding reactor, and I cage them in whatever I need. So that was I trade zombie meat to those guys. I forget what they are. Alchemists, maybe? These are the proto-librarians. This was my first room of librarians I made. These guys I use primarily to trade ink with. This room is my masons. I actually want more masons, but my ADHD lets me forget about these guys, because I do a lot. I like Minecraft for one simple reason, is it turns my brain off. There's so many things that I have to do right now, all the time. Oh, see, like this server has a neat plugin that will auto sort for you if you have this. So ink goes from my ink farm automatically into there. So anytime I want emeralds, I just grab from my ink box and trade with them. Back to it, ADHD. So I'm always building. I love Minecraft because there's a million things to do. So long as you are creative, you never run out of things to make. For instance, I added on after I realized that I want specific books. I came to this room and I made villagers with my specific books. I think I'm missing one, but whatever. And this is, in the future, I'm going to make a map room, because it turns out that I made some maps and I really like maps. So there's those guys. What are these guys down this hall? These are guys take iron. I trade iron from my iron farm to these guys. Oh, right now I am flying. That is not hacks. This server has something called runecraft in it. It took me a while to figure it out, but runecraft, one rune will enable a flight field. Whenever I'm in that field, I can fly. So I will be using that to get around. These are wool, I don't know, people who do wool. So that's just like the first little bit. This is Chaotica. This is the outside. Once you step out the door, you're in the maze of my mind. What the hell's this red cube doing? I don't remember doing that. But whenever I get, like before work, I'll just grab whatever I have a lot of. So right now I've got a lot of sandstone and I got lapis lazuli. I will have my inventory like this, a lot and then 5. And the lot will become the base material for a cube. And then the 5, will become the lines to do that bit right there. So this was stone and some maybe concrete. And then you can see I just make variations on that. Just tons of rooms. Sometimes I'll make pathways, sometimes stairs. This right here is different, you'll see. This is my attempt at making the back rooms. So throughout the Chaotica, my base, that's the name for my base, we have these things. On the inside, I have to even find the entrance for this thing. I forgot where that is. I kind of have an idea. Everything's in my brain somewhere. And then, oh look, somebody made, oh this was, what the hell happened here? So there's something going on in this building. So I invite people to come play in the Chaotica with me. Like for instance, I don't do pixel art, but a good buddy on the server, Puka, does pixel art. So look, here's a little Charmander. No, it goes Charmander, Charizard, Charmeleon. whatever it is. That's the second one. No, that might be the first. Somebody made Le Pont Steve for me. He got banned for saying racist things. The guy that made that. There's the second one. And then here's a Charizard. That's pretty cool. Puka's pretty talented. And then we have a resident person who makes frogs. And she made this Charizard frog for me. Her name is Persephone Frog. I have another friend who I asked just today to make a skyscraper. So he's making this skyscraper. He added it on to... I like to make little areas with grass. Like just a little garden space. So this is... And there's another Arbok. As you can see, I make a lot of cubes. And also I like to make these designs. I make them as like a border to kind of give me a perimeter. So this was the old perimeter. You can kind of see it goes here. And there's one of those grass areas I was telling you about. And right there is a line of the back rooms that I made. I think it connects with a few cubes here. The back rooms that I made are their own separate thing. They don't connect to a lot of things. If you get in the back rooms, there's no way out legally. This place is all protected. You can edit things if you are part of the region. I add quite a few people to the region, but so far no griefers. I kind of vet people. This is one of my favorites that Puka did. This isn't, yeah, it's Ghastly. And he's got a Gengar somewhere, but I really like the Ghastly and the Haunter and the Gengar. I love the purple Pokemon. So he put it here. This is the area that I'm currently building in, is under here. So this is, let's see, I think that's north. So that's the western edge. The flight runes are those things, those dots up there. Those are my flight runes. I paid a guy named Squiddy to put those in for me. I was hoping he'd hide them in buildings, but for whatever reason he put them at height limit because he thought whatever, they'd be out of the way. I don't mind if they're in the way. They give, most of these boxes that I make, they're empty. There's no purpose in them. They're just empty boxes. I just like making boxes. I made some art. You can do map art. So I made a lettering system. I made all the letters so that I would be able to make billboards. So far, this is the only billboard I think I have. Behold the Chaotica. So this is the western entrance. Nothing's ever finished. I just find a spot and add a box. Find a spot and add a box. So this place is fully in progress, even though I've been digging in it for over a year now. So, this was a tour. I'm going around and touring it, but not in any kind of logical sense. This is my current, so you have something called homes, like /home. My /home brings me here. This is my dump box. I dump everything in here into my sorter. That guy's not supposed to be here. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be in here. You need to die. So this is one of my sorter rooms. This is my current sorter room, I should say. My other sorter room. So this is, how to even put it. I started in that little room in the villagers. And then I keep collecting and building supplies. And then I make a sorter. I always have to have a sorter, otherwise, because as you can see from my base, I am not a tidy person. Like, I'm not organized. Like, this path I've been trying to finish to the old sorter system, and it's just a nightmare to traverse, because look, there's little baby zombies and stuff. I need to clean all this up, but I don't have the attention span to sit and clean up rocks all the time. As you can see, so there's something on the server, Runecraft, I explained earlier. One of the things that you can do with it is make a power pick. I name all my tools and all my armor, whatever. I just type random letters until I get a word. So this power pick is, I call it Barraken. This thing I've been rocking this power pick for a long time. And so you just find a spot and it hollows out a 3x3 area, and it does that. You see that? That's freaking amazing. That's blows away mining. But because my inventory is full, all the rocks and stuff fall to the ground. Goodbye, rocks. I got lots of rocks. I don't need those rocks. I'm lost again. Actually, I'm never lost in here. If I get turned around, which is rare, I just find things that I remember. Like, I remember making that tunnel. I remember here, but I remember this. This is recent. This goes all the way down to bedrock. This is another project I have yet to finish. I'm going to get grass and put grass in here and make it like a patio area. And I'm slowly wanting it. I want Chaotica to go from bedrock to surface to the sky full of cubes. I just want it to be a cyberpunk city like in Snow Crash. I love the book Snow Crash. And that's how I envision it, but it's all imaginary. But I made a this takes me to the first auto sorter that I made. This was my first way back up and down. So this is history. That's a historical elevator for me. And then, okay, come on. And this, you can just jump back down. This room has a lot of history. I spent a lot of time in here. The empty is what I call the back rooms. The home sorter of Gossinger and the Chaotica. That's my game name, is Gossinger. The empty is the title for my back rooms. Look how cool that is. So my alphabet that I made is all right here. I made that. I was proud of that. I just got the idea and just did it because I wanted to write things. And I was sick of using banners. Banners were just too limiting. A lot of people on the server make art. Some of it's all right. Some of it's just weird. These were gifts. Don't think I'm into furries. Somebody gave me Merry Xmas stuff. So this was all full. This was the auto sorter right here. I took it apart to build the new one. That's what that fishing with the carrot is what you put whenever you want your auto sorter to dump random things. That's my random thing box. These are the remnants. I've yet to finish. Ooh, look, I got treasure. Oh, yeah. I've yet to finish emptying out the old auto sorter, so I still have stuff I need to go through. That's the guy that made the flight rooms for me. He did this. I bought this off of him. Yeah, Squiddy and Baron Eclipse made this, but mostly Squiddy. I love that. That's the Fingers of God. That's a thing that I think the Hubble telescope and or the new one, I forget what the new one's called, but it saw, and I took pictures of. I have it on the wall in here, in this very room. I have the National Geographic photo of this. They called it a star cradle. I love this. So I got this, and immediately after buying it off of Squiddy for a ridiculous price, I made bunches of copies for around the base. He got pissed. He was all like, "You can't do that. You can't do that." I'm like, "Well, technically I can because we did not sign anything, and I just bought you that, and I have not sold it to anybody, so I'm not doing anything illegal per the server. So technically I can." Boy, he got pissed. Oh, I need to use all these colors. But that was the drama with Squiddy. It's weird. Squiddy builds and thinks kind of similar to me, and that's probably why we don't get along at all. Those I can't show you those, so I'm going to look away from those. So there's something on the server also. The server has a lot of neat things. This is a Stargate. That one's a Chaos Gate. I'll take you to another part. You hit dial. I'm going to put in Chaotica. That will take you to the Chaotica portal. Bam, Stargate. Isn't that freaking cool? I love that. So, I don't know why there's candles here. Who put these candles here? This is so weird. I don't like using candles. I use frog lights. I buy my frog lights specifically from Persephone Frog, the gal who makes those frogs that are everywhere. So these were my first banners. I made a set to spell things. I was like, that's pretty cool, but then I wanted to do better. Oh, this was made by Persephone Frog. I need to put a cube here to integrate it so that you can just like walk from here to there without falling to your death. I know you can fly, but still you could fall to your death technically if I disable the flying in the area. So she made this. This is her kind of design. To me, it freaks me out. I feel enclosed and cluttered, but look at this beautiful frog she made. This is one of her bigger frogs. I think it's one of the first 1,000 she made. So the first 1,000 frogs on the server, she put labels on. Let's see. Here's her normal one. These are her normal little frogs. She made all the different copper for me. She didn't label these, so I don't think these are part of her 1,000 series. But I love this guy. This guy probably has a secret hole in him somewhere. She hides secret things everywhere. She does stuff. She just like comes over and does stuff. One of the people on the server made a rail line, called it the Utopia line. So people from all over the server can just catch the rail. Oh, here it is. I made a road to it. It's not done here. This is all going to be quarried out and turned into cubes. So the person's name is Cute. Cute is just an interesting person, and that goes off to the rail system of the whole server. Who knows where that goes? I've never taken it. I said, Cute, you can make a rail line here. It's I don't know how to explain it. Cute just does stuff. Oh, look at that. I need to put glass here and add this. That goes up. I don't know where that goes, but that's an elevator I made. Oh, Puka never answered to it, but I think he made these frogs with Persephone. Maybe Persephone made them. I don't know. This is a water elevator, I think from... Actually, I don't think that might be done. That might not be done. That might kill you if you go down it. No, that's done. We are close to the bees. The bees are always difficult for me to find. I made a bee house. So this is part of the empty, the back rooms I made. You can tell by the roof. I am near the bees, but I can't remember how to get to the bees. Okay, so I need to get in there. Back rooms area, that took over. Whenever I put the back rooms in, it took over. It made me have to take a lot of different paths because I kind of interwove it, and all my favorite paths it took over. So this is my farmer villagers. Like these are auto farms. There's a villager trapped in there that picks it up, dumps it in this thing. That thing sorts it into seeds. That's probably full by now. Nope. So the seeds go in there, as you can see by this. And seeds. Oh, I got spare seeds. And then, why isn't there more pumpkins? I guess it's still working. I loot that periodically. There shouldn't be a candle in there. Did the pumpkins break? No, I don't know. I bet somebody's been using it. It should be full of pumpkins. Either somebody's been using it or... Because I was AFK for a while. So this is... You can kind of see how it goes back behind this guy. This guy, there was rail in here that went through this tunnel all the way to the villager center. So this is connected to that villager center. And I was gonna try and find the bees again. So, and then I made this area goes back to auto sorter A. I call everything A, B, or C. I got auto sorter A. The new one's auto sorter B, and I'm building an area for C. Like I use home set C for whatever I'm currently building. I'm trying to think bees. B. That goes all the way to the ground. You saw the base of this thing when I was down there low earlier. This is a dead end. Oh, nope, there's I hide things. But I don't think this goes to bees. This isn't giving me bee vibes. Bees are up. This is crap. Gotta crawl out of there. That's the stupidest door. So I like this. This is one of my favorite little cubes that I made. It just feels comfy. I need to put glass in it. So this is the eastern edge. All those maps that I did, like this, the last letter I made was the D. So whenever you make letters, you figure out what, you start with something easy. Uh-oh, I'm going to fall to death. No, didn't fall to my death. Oh, there's the, no, there's flight zone. So that rune there, I'm in range of it, and that's allowing me flight. So that is a map chunk. And that I would just wreck a letter out, and you could just wreck all the red off and then start a new letter over, or you can use bits of the letter before. So I mapped out a sequence to which letters overlap the most. Like for instance, B and R and K, they all have that backbone that like this right here, and so those ones are all similar. And D. So those are the last. So circle ones, you can, like the O, you could do O, you could put a line through it, make the Q. So there's a lot of letters with overlap that you just have to change a little bit. And so I just did that on this, and then I'd lock it, and then I'd change it around. And see, there's LaPont Steve, Charmander. My buddy Aiden, he made that little cherry house up there. I've got a house up there. I want to show you this. No, I better not show you that. Squiddy will be mad because he doesn't know that exists. That room's off limits. My new addition that I'm working on is out here on the north side. And it's this tower right here. I got the idea just because I made this central tower and I put lava, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So I'm just going to put cubes hanging off of it like a little spiral planter, and then just keep cubing it and use it as a scaffold for a tower. And I have a lot of stone. Stone, whenever I'm quarrying and my auto sorter auto feeds it through a smelter, it gets lots of stone, so I make a lot of stone bricks. This place is on a mesa, so I have a lot of orange. That is not me. That's a neighbor. He doesn't play anymore. I actually saw him log in once. I go over there now and then just to look, but that's considered a ruin, but it's in perfect state. It's a forgotten place, so I kind of give it I give it its distance. Those are rail lines that people have built to come near me, so I pretty much stay out of his territory. But just that's out of respect for your neighbor. But this place will continue to grow. I've got a lot of room out east to grow and a lot of room out south, and as long as he's my only close neighbor. My nearest neighbors are out west. The next nearest neighbors are out west, so I'll probably grow to the perimeter there, and then there's an ocean to the south, and then to the east there's nothing. So I'll just keep growing like a disease out east until I die. These are Persephone Frog's frog collection. I've never just like hung out in here and looked at them. I knew she made them, but look at these little pretties. 306, 305. So these are in her 300 collection. My favorite's probably this blue one. Look at this little froggy. That's so cute. And then copper frogs, what are they all doing? They're just all the same. Cube frog purse. So she calls them cube. Oh, I made this thing. This thing people have made. It's a fractal. You start making this little square, and then you make a bigger square out of that. Like so, you use a cube, and then you make a cube out of the cube, and then you make that cube into a cube, and then you make. How many is that? So 1, 2, 3. So it's only base 3. If I had the discipline, I would cube this again. I would take this and make this fractal even bigger. But I don't. I'm happy with this. You can just like hang out in here. Sometimes monsters spawn in the dark here. And then somebody made a crane. I don't make cranes. I thought this like my detail. I don't do detail. My detail is I make cubes. That's what I do. That and I do the empty. I'm not big on decorating. Somebody made this crane and I thought it was amazing. It's not hooked to anything. I should make a platform that it's hooked to. I experimented. I made this. This design is kind of fractally. You just start and just reduce it by 1 each time. Then I'm like, well, now what? And then I go in. I have no idea what I'm doing with that. I've got a few of those. I need more tall things out here. Here's a bigger version of it that I did in basalt. I guess I threw vines on it. I'm thinking I probably did that. And it goes way down. There's all sorts of hidden things in here. It's got an ink farm. It has an iron farm. I'll show you the iron farm. I paid somebody to do it. Not real money, but in-game money. You can find the iron farm by looking for the witch's hat. I made a witch's hat. I don't know why. It looks like Persephone has hidden a frog. Yeah, she made a door here, and she has put a frog in the witch's hat. And she made little lights in here. That is so silly. She's always doing so silly. So all these that are different, like this thing, that's not my style. Persephone did that, probably. This, why would I use wooden blocks? That would never cross my mind. And then having the line inset, that's a Persephone cube. She's very artistic and very capable. Like that's got to be Persephone too. This was Aiden. Aiden likes racing, and that's a parkour thing. Look at this parkour. That's Aiden. This is Aiden's house. Oh, I was going to show you the iron farm, but I got distracted again. Witch's hat. You can always find it. I need to put stairs here. I've been needing to put stairs here since day one, and I just never remember stairs. So, golems should spawn in there. You can hear the zombies. It seems full. It's not full, but it's working. It's not the most efficient. I did not plant this wheat field. Somebody did that. Somebody did it over here too. Like I said, and something is happening here. So we got ghost vines. That's cool. And what's down here? The cubes. Oh, this is a Persephone special. She made this tree, and we would play hide and go seek, and we'd all hide in the frog in here. We'd hide in here with this frog. It's yep, see, hide and seek 550. And so the tree thing has eyes. Let's go look at it. Yeah, right there. That's a little tree. Who was going? Oh, see, like I said, it was built into a mesa. So I need to clear all that out. Oh, uh-oh. Outside of flight range. I made this village. Oh, this is part of... Oh, there's a piece of wood missing there. That is part of the back rooms. And in the back rooms, there's this black concrete. There's no light in there. Absolutely no light. It's all carpeted, too. So there's no monster spawning also. But that is a very scary area because it's black and you don't realize that there's a hole in it. And so you'll be walking around, but I think there's water at the bottom, so you'll fall into the water. Somebody made this Rubik's Cube. I forgot his name. I haven't seen him in like a year. He got on. He asked if he could build something. I said, sure. He built this spinning Rubik's Cube. It's freaking amazing. And then he just disappeared. This is the town I called Seaside. Sometimes I just like building little Pueblo-style houses with stuff that I just mine. Like I wanted to get out of the Chaotica and just build a little town. And that's what this is. It started on the seaside. And I had a whole backstory. I was role-playing it. Certain people lived in houses. They were trading stuff. Aiden came and built a little shack here. That's in the style of his town that he has. He has a whole little town too. Now let's see. Seaside. Oh, it's got a little beacon house here. Okay. Let's take this to dial Chaotica. Boom. Go back into the heart of it. There. I'm back. Oh yeah, this room. Pretty sure... No. Screw that room. I still don't know much about those vines. I just got those and put those there. This room. Nether wart is my favorite. You can use it to make nether wart brick. I have yet to make an awesome room. If I had enough nether wart brick, I would make a entire auto sorting center out of it. But I just can't. If you gather this, you have to replant it, and that's so tedious. One day they're going to make an auto farm out of nether wart. Somebody will figure out how to do that, and I will definitely do that because oh look, I found bones. And almost back. Oh, so this right here, I don't know if there's any glass showing on the inside, but anybody who knows their stuff probably figure out what this big enclosed thing is that has a drop system. You can hear it already. It drops the mobs. It gives me the loot. So yeah, you die, monster. Bam. It also gives me glow. Look at that. That's getting pretty efficient. Oh, witch. So it gets more efficient the more of the deep slate I mine out. See how there's monsters out there? The more of that I remove, the more efficient it'll get. And so that's what I've been doing here. I've been stuck on, this is the Western project. I've been stuck in the Western project for months now. I just got done taking a hiatus. I just got back into Minecraft. Oh look, this area needs, see this right here? This would spawn monsters. See, look at this. I got rock here I need to remove. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. If anybody wants to help remove stone and rock and build cubes, hit me up. Because I want this city to cover as much of the Novylen as possible. I don't know if it's pronounced Novylen or Novylen. Some things you only know from reading. So this was the Chaotica. Hope you liked the tour. There's lots more hidden things in it. More than I even remember that I even did. So I hope you enjoyed it. Give a shout out to my buddy Red State. Give a shout out to my buddy Adam over in Sweden. Novacore. Holla.